Welcome back to DMV Rivals Week 2. We're going to have a great match today. I'm your host, Prone, and joining me today is a relatively new name on the cast and also in the tournament. Shakti, you can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Shakti. I did my undergrad at UMD. I'm on White's team right now. Excited to be here. Excited to cast. Looking forward to the matches today.
Yeah, you definitely sound excited. Glad to have you on the cast today. Thanks for replying last minute so I could get another co-caster here. But yeah, today's match, two pretty strong teams. I believe these are both 1-0 teams, if I'm correct. And both these teams have very strong players. In the top lane, we do have Sebastian Fours, Ali Rezik, Online Soraka, whatever he goes by, team captain of that team. And then on the other side, we have Vicarious with Viet and Mike, a very strong bot lane on the other side. Do you have any experience with these two teams?
Yeah, first series we played against Vicarious's team. We Loki went 0-2, so a lot of
Okay.
really strong players on that team.
All right, all
Definitely
right.
gonna want to watch the bot lane.
Yeah, there's both very strong teams, and I believe the teams are ready to get into draft. So, without further ado, we'll head into draft. Right off the gate, Aphelios being banned. Very, very common ban, very respectable ban
Makes
right
sense.
now.
Yeah.
And Bessa being taken out, respect ban for Sebastian Flores. Another 80 carry ban to follow up. So a lot of respect towards both the strong mentioned players from each team. LeBlanc, Gwen, and Jinx rounding out the bans. You have any thoughts so far?
Not really. What do you think they're gonna prio for this round one? Okay, I think a lot of people have been saying Yunar is pretty strong right now. So
Yeah, for sure. You know, having a incredibly high pro presence. With the new 80 carry item, I forgot what it's called, but it's like the GLP item or something. But the one that makes you go Super Saiyan for 3 autos, really
the
really
range,
strong on
yeah,
her.
yeah, the range one.
Yeah, Wukong also another really really strong priority pick in pro play right now, and is also establishing quite a presence in DV Rival so far.
Wow.
And the instant Kaisa response too. What role do you play, Shakti?
I play top, yeah. So I'm more familiar with the top lane matchups. I play mid every
Okay,
once
okay,
in
that's
a while,
perfect.
but
Yeah, I'm a bot laner by nature, so
okay, huge.
I can speak more on the other side of the map. Blind Gragas being slammed for the side of Hank Whittleberg. Do you think this will go to Sebastian Forza in the top lane?
It could be. I can see them flexing it as well. I do think it's a pretty strong pick top lane. It's pretty hard to lane against, but I'm expecting that to be top lane instead.
Yeah, Sebastian Forza is a pretty well known Zahen player. And
Dude, I was perma picking that guy when he released. Super fun. I feel like he's pretty strong, even after they nerfed him a couple times. I think he's still pretty strong.
yeah, Champ is definitely not weak. A lot of people were complaining, I heard on release, but so far it's been mellowed out, but still very strong. So the top side being rounded out potentially. We don't know where that Gragas is going yet, but for Hank Whittleberg.
It's
Meanwhile, a
true.
Mumu support maybe being locked in. That is a Viet Mike classic. So
Oh
likely
yeah,
going there.
yeah. You think they'll just ban supports here?
Yeah.
Protect the Amumu pick.
Emilio smart ban. Let's see what the response is on the blue side.
Yeah, makes sense. Shree's Vlad is pretty scary, bro. I think we banned Vlad every time as well. I'm curious
Solid,
what they're gonna
solid.
draft mid lane on the red side.
Yeah, both Mid laner is yet to be picked, and the pool is not being incredibly pinched, so a lot of flexibility available still for the mid lane. Unless, of course, that's Gragas mid, but not super likely. There's one mid ban, so two mid bans total, one LeBlanc ban, respect for Allura, and on the other side, the Oriana blind pick being banned away.
Orange pick. I like it.
Blind Orn coming out. Or sorry, the Orn in response to the Zahen. So a pretty clear identity coming out for the side of Tax Cluster so far. Just throwing their Orn on the weak side, throwing their top laner on the weak side, and playing hard towards the Kaisa with Amumu as great setup.
Yeah, a lot of strong team fight ults on this team.
Renata. Great answer. They know that the tax collectors just want to dive straight in, and what better way to counter that than with the hostile takeover? And the last pick being Akali for Allura. So I would assume this is Gragas jungle, unless it's like Zahen jungle, Gragas top.
Kinza and jungle.
Yeah, it's
I have no
a
clue.
the win rate is not too bad. I've seen it like once or twice. The pick rate's also not high, but it's viable for sure. It's viable. And the last pick, Swain mid.
Yeah, there's some
Assuming.
pretty tanky people on red side. I'm curious how um, Allura's gonna deal with this.
So what do you think about the top side matchup?
I think it's pretty. Well, I think they both scale pretty well. I think Zahen's a little more difficult to play earlier than Ornn, because Ornn you can just sit in lane, farm, build items from lane. You kind of cheat tempo, um, but he definitely scales pretty hard, and it looks like a great pick into their team because he has a bunch of armor pen in his kit. So
Yeah, for sure. I like that. On the bot side, I think having Kaisa or having a Mumu gives your AD carry a lot of leeway, a lot of space. But having like a Mumu, Wukong, Orn, like kind of like says you want like and Swain kind of says you want like a front to back style team fight, but Kaisa is more of like a skirmisher diver. So if things don't like align super great, like they could get out front to back because like they can't really dive too great. They can't really front to back too great. They just have to really like play with Kaisa and use their hands and like pick them, I
yeah, they
guess.
have like one sort of wave of engaging. I feel like and you're gonna want to play like you want to stretch the fight out with Swain alt, right? So if
Yeah.
they try to re-engage, it might be sketchy.
Yeah, I feel like on the side of Hank Littleberg, I feel like there's a lot of um individuality. A lot of the champs are very self-sufficient. Akali, Yunara, Gragas can all handle their own and just do their own thing. And you have Gragas and Renata to absorb the hard dive in case they are trying to really send it on one target. Um, so which side do you favor right now?
Draft wise, I think I like tax collectors draft a little better. Um, seems a bit more rounded, but I do think there's a lot of carry potential on the side of Hank Whittleberg. Some pretty strong like champions on their team if they were to get ahead.
Yeah, I can definitely get behind that. I think I would also agree. It's pretty even for me. I think I'd also slightly favor tax collectors if we just took all the way the nameplates and the ranks and everything. Um,
Yeah,
their comp definitely seems a little bit more well rounded, and they have uh solid bot side to play through. Right now with this meta, like it's either like your top laner becomes Thanos or your AD carry becomes Thanos. So we'll see.
no, yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah. So with that, we will take a short break and head into the spectator delay. So we will see you guys in about 3 minutes. Welcome back. We are back with the match, and there was a brief pause, but it seems we're back to live now. Heading into game, we have uh, Hank Whittleberg versus the Tax Collectors. Um, Nothing crazy to be starting off. Maybe a bot lane scuttle, but yeah, the removal of or the wave spawning 30 seconds faster means that not really anything really happens after. Um, Spawns, everybody just kind of runs straight back to lane.
Yeah, run just 5 points. I do think I miss being able to invade early though.
Yeah, definitely the strategic depth of the level one kind of missing a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit.
I think we're gonna be looking at a lot of early skirmishes this game.
Where the where's the button that? Oh, you. There we go. All right, sorry about that. I was fixing a little bit, but I don't think I've missed too much. The bandage toss goes in for Viet Mike. A lot of scuffling happening in this bot lane. Exactly what they want. The heal pops out
Okay.
for Jiri Enjoyer. A lot of combat summoners traded. My carry is still holding onto the barrier as he tries to walk it out. Yeah, Mike coming back in, but the claw lands. Nothing much more will come of it. Both combat summoners burned for the side of Hank Whittleberg.
Okay. Great combo from this lane.
We see both junglers path opposite of each other, which is very interesting. Kind of exactly what we were talking about heading to the plan as the flash comes out early for Eoneers, and
And
that is the flash follow up for Microsoft Sora. A great play for first blood in the mid lane.
yeah, great follow up from the Gragas there. Quick little kill. We'll see if
Yeah, so
we'll see if
both junglers
tax collectors can get
path
something
opposite
else
of each
in
other,
return.
and exactly what we were talking about before the game starts. Definitely Hank Littleberg trying to play towards their their top side, strong player, and Tax Cluster is leaning more to their bot side. Valkyria's dropping a little bit low, but does have the barrier. Pops it now.
Okay, barrier pop.
Crucially, Hyrax does not have barrier, so he'll be stuck at this HP. And now we see Quasty is wrapping around
But the
slowly.
fight,
Can they
the
get this
fighter die has been
wave
used.
crashed in? Bandage Touch comes out. Quasty doesn't get the kill, and
Oh, the handshake.
Hyrax lives on 1 HP. That handshake forces Quasty to flash out of turret. Flash is traded from Hyrax and Quasty.
Wow, low health bars all around.
Also, I just noticed this. I Can't Win has a phase rush and exhaust in the
At
top lane.
exhaust, yeah. It's really cool to see like people just trying different sums in top now because you get the TP from the quest.
Yeah, is there any new tech you've been experimenting with? You don't have to leak, but I've seen a lot of new stuff in the top lane. So.
um, yeah, I think exhaust has been pretty strong, especially in this early game. And I know people just in general have been bringing more combat sums. But I do think the TP, like going TP, is also pretty broken because when you land, the shield is insane.
Yeah, both teleports and both quests having their own trade-offs now. Crucially, this phase rush exhaust setup does allow him to get a little bit more laney power into the side of Sebastian Force, Online Stock. I don't know which one to call him, but push being traded in the bot side now that wave is crashing back in for the side of Yunara. Typically, it is very hard for a Kaisa to get lane control as Bandage Toss comes in. A little short trade comes out, but Bandage Toss coming back in. Viet might will take a little bit more damage as he comes out there, just looking to scrap constantly.
Can you turn on the stat box? I'm getting messaged.
Uh,
There we go. Okay, flank coming from Viet Mike. It's looking like a 3v3.
Dragon being picked up, but Grim Deliverance is dropped.
Okay, the
Exhaust to match
exhaust
the Grim
drop for my
Deliverance
Caitlyn.
after the Grim Deliverance drops, but Orange just walks it out. Bandage toss comes in. Viet Mike wants the trade again, but Vicarious and Viet Mike might be on opposite pages. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ornhorn
Okay,
comes out. It's so close to a solo kill. I can't win. Walking him out, giving him a little bit of space to flash back in. Will be
flashes from
matched by Sebastian Forrest, and I think he'll be out in the top lane. Ult's traded, Flash is traded.
Yeah, I'm surprised that fight got so close. I think it's because the Zahan passive stacks fell off. So great disengage and re-engage from the Ornn there, but it's looking pretty even now.
Yeah, for sure. This top lane being a little bit scrappy as well. And as
Ignite drop.
Microsoft Store pays a visit, and there's nothing I Can't Win can do without the flash up. And a 2-level lead in the mid lane means that Allura just wants to go with the perfect execution. Demonic Ascension is popped, and the backflip misses. He's living on 1 HP, walks it out. Quasey tries to come for the rescue. And
okay, Shuri with the fancy feet
on the top side. Microsoft Store coming after the scuttle that got Quasey 6. And Swain will walk out alive.
Yeah, barely clutching on with the healing there from the Swain ult.
Oh, what a rescue by Quasey. It's a pretty action-packed early game, despite not that many kills, but there's just scraps constantly everywhere in the 1v1s and 2v2s.
Who do you think has the edge in this bot lane matchup? Just in 2v2.
Right
pretty
now,
even in CS.
For certain, it's the side of Hyrax and Jury Enjoyer. Yunara is just a deceptively strong laner, and Kaisa is a deceptively weak laner. So the support counterpick also being in the favor of Hank Whittleberg is giving them a lot of space, even though Microsoft Store is pad top and they're playing mainly for topside. The scrap coming out, but it looks like the lane is much more favoring Hyrax and Jury Enjoyer. Allura is just constantly bullying Eoneers. I gotta ask these guys how to say their names. The handshake comes out, puts in a little bit of poke. RW will slow them down a lot too, and that's almost half of Mike's HP gone.
Okay.
You see Allura coming down,
all in here.
hovering in the bot side river too.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to trade into Zahan when he has his passes stacked up.
Yeah, we see Quasey lurking in the corner. Transcend oneself is popped to give Hyrax the extra dash out, and a crucial ult is forced. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, perfect execution once again from Allura is forced out, but I don't think you want that claw back in, or maybe you do. A great heal keeps him alive. Ult's traded once again in the mid lane. In the top lane, the Ornn pops the phase rush and runs out. An Ornn popping phase rush is never not funny to watch.
Oh yeah.
Mid lane is looking quite dicey. Quasey hovering around the corner as Microsoft Store will get the grubs fully to himself in top lane. Yeah, Mike just constantly looking for angles and sacrificing his HP so his AD carry can play, and that has generated actually like a small gold, a small farm advantage for the favor of Vicarious despite a unfavorable lane.
TP's mid.
Oh, the flash.
Okay, the
flash ult comes out, and the full lockdown just fully one-shots Hyrax. Huge engage from Viet Mike.
Fortunately, the hostile takeover doesn't do much. Okay, the cask missed.
The cask goes wide. Cyclone follow-up. I don't think Quasey will have enough damage by himself to finish the kill, despite the... Hey, that's just a zoning ult. They just needed that to zone.
Yeah. The Ornhorn was popped as well. Unfortunately, couldn't get the knockback.
Yeah, ult's traded in the top lane, but crucially, the bot side of the tax collector is winning out by themselves, even though the junglers both show top lane. The body slam flash does catch Eoneers under the turret, and together they both pop him. Well played on the side of Hank Whittleberg.
Yeah, as you said earlier, they're definitely favoring their top side here. And I will say this is a problem in the top lane. Like once you get shoved in, I think proxying is just so strong right now. Because either the Ornn has to drop this wave to stop it, or the Zen just gets a proxy for free.
Yeah, and we see that in the farm differentials in the solo lanes. Tax collectors looking to start up the dragon, or they spot Microsoft Store on the dragon, but with the space that his teammates provided, he will walk out. Tax collectors playing the banana bush very gingerly, but they do control the space. Hank Whittleberg looking to finish the dragon here. Drops down to 2k. Quasty poking in a little bit, and they will shut him down. Okay. He just pops.
Microsoft Store just gets one shot.
Yeah, out of nowhere it seems. Transcend oneself will pop for the dash, and Quasty will jump over the wall with the flash. Flash is traded. In the end, Hyrax does get out, but that's dragon and a kill going over to the side of tax collectors. Eoneers wants to walk back into lane. The backflip does land a perfect execution follow-up. Eoneers had no demonic ascension. Yeah. He just walked into the waiting arms of Allura. The top lane, Ornn will just pop that phase rush or will miss it. But... oh, the handshake barely misses. Top lane is looking pretty rough now, though. Even with the Bramble Vest and the Ninja Tabbies. Sebastian Force is just bullying his way over him.
It's funny to see both of them just like canceling their autos on each other because both champions have.
Like, yeah, Mike lands a Curse of the Sad Mummy. The hostile takeover will land on 2, but it will not get the trade.
And the flash forward from
flashes to follow Hyrax. Another 2v2 kill in the bot lane. Yeah, Mike just flexing his muscles.
Yeah.
Let's see if Sebastian Force
like just off of.
Caitlyn does want his back though, so he calls off the play, and his jungler will just pick up the top wave. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Microsoft Store does land that explosive cast, knocks Eoneers straight back in. Allura says, "You can take it, buddy," and Microsoft Store will pick it up. Another kill.
Yeah, and just after proxying like 2 waves, we already have a 2-level lead in the top lane. It's like so easy to run away with the lead now.
Yeah, okay, 50 Cecily, but Quasty is calling the bluff on Sebastian Force. Both ults are popped as Cyclone and Grim Deliverance each trade on each other, and we see Allura making a crucial roam up first, and they will spot Quasty on the Krugs. Quasty with no flash, no W, a great pull by L9 Soraka, and he will take the kill on the Krugs. A great roam from Allura on the timing as well. Yeah, Mike, once again, looking for the Banish Toss. Does not have Curse of the Sad Mummy, crucially, so they get baited into this fight. And Microsoft Store with a great gank timing. On the top lane, I Can't Win also drops. Kills traded on both sides, but the play just continues on the top lane. Demonic Ascension is popped, but there's a 3-level difference in the mid lane, so Akali just flash and backflips out of there.
Flash out to safety from the Akali, but Sri was able to delay the recall a little bit and fight steal from the dragon.
The fat man says, "Thanks for the meal," gets a free Gromp and runs out of there.
Yeah, it's looking like Hank Whittleberg is starting to really pressure their lead forward. They're just walking around in the jungle for free.
Yeah, the side of tax collectors really just have to double down on their carry bot lane as Eoneers once again getting ganked. This Swain is just a sitting duck as Gragas walks up from the bot river, body slams him once, and he's gone.
Yeah, even under, like, pretty much under tower too. It's just without flash or without any movement abilities. It's just so rough.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad for the Swain pick. Banish Toss comes out on Jury Enjoyer. Curse of the Sad Mummy will follow. Jury Enjoyer just straight up dies. The Kraken putting in a lot of damage, and Vicarious follows him with the perfect
Killer Instinct.
Will they trade on a turret barrier? Pop Vicarious lives with a sliver of health. Well played, but here comes Allura to help pick up the kill. Vicarious, though, stuck between two turrets and wants the reset, but Allura will be around the corner. Is spotted with the Swain W across. Now Hyrax will pick up a kill. That's a donation to the relief fund down there.
Yeah, definitely some much needed gold on the blue side. And Vicarious just finished his second item as well, so looking really strong now.
Yeah.
Horn
For
coming
certain,
in.
the only way for the tax collectors to win is through the Gragas. And here's Microsoft Store again, just over and over beating on the solo laners. Never remove lands, but I don't think that's the claw that you want to hit. Jiry Enjoyer hits one. Cyclone is
Okay,
followed up as
cycle
Flash
coming out.
will be popped. The hostile takeover to
Hostile
zone off the
takeover.
chase under turret, and Quasty re-engages, will get Hyrax and flashes out, but will not be able to get all the way out as Akali is here. Allura will follow and picks it up with the Hextech Gunblade. Microsoft Store crucially being never moved back in. They will pick up a consolation kill, and the perfect execution is popped, but no distance is covered. Crucially, Vicarious will pick up another kill. The never move.
And the flash
One
hit.
more comes out.
What
They
a
will pick
play
up
by the
4
Swain.
kills in the mid lane. A huge bailout for the tax collectors.
3 kills on Vicarious right there.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Vicarious versus the world in the top lane. Sebastian Force doesn't really
Meanwhile,
care what
Sebastian Force
happens to
is
him. It's not like the
low-key
Ornn will kill him
ignoring the
anymore.
Ornn.
He just takes a turn in his face and walks out.
Yeah, not much the Ornn can do in this position against the level 13 Zahan, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit of cyberbullying going on in these solo laners. As we see like
Yeah,
50 CS
and
deep
there's
in the
just
mid lane,
because
70.
Ornn just needs so many components to deal with this matchup. He hasn't even finished his first completed item. Meanwhile, the Zahan is sitting on Triforce and Thunder Sky. So he's gonna be autoing for like a bajillion damage.
Yeah. The fate of the world rests on Vicarious's
Rest on
shoulders.
Vicarious.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's building Nashor's third. He almost has it too.
Yeah, he is going the
So
AP build.
yeah, almost 3 items for the Kaisa, definitely.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the full Thornmail first item is finished for the side of IK Win again. Sebastian Forres is just sitting in the face of Eonir's,
Just ignoring the turrets.
and he's just running straight in. Grim Deliverance is popped, and all
Oh
of
my
Eonir's HP will
god.
just disappear. A quick solo kill for Sebastian Forres.
Insane damage.
Yeah, when that champ gets ahead and just starts stacking up, that champ can definitely 1v9.
Oh yeah. And even with like their only healing reduction is on the Ornn right now. So even in team fights, it's not really going to be applied if the Zahan isn't autoing the Ornn.
Yeah, the Ornn has less gold than his support right now. Killer Execution is, or Killer Instinct is popped. A great pick on Jiry Enjoyer, and a TP
Great
also
pick.
comes out from IK Win, relieves a little bit of pressure from the side, or from the bot side of tax collectors. They will be able to pick up these waves with a little bit more safety.
Yeah, it's looking like tax collectors are just looking to farm right now, try to close some of the gold gaps. They're down 400 gold, 4,000 gold, sorry.
Yeah, we're just trying to balance out the solo lanes a little bit. As soon as Zahan gets involved in one of these big skirmishes, the result will be
Yeah, it might be
drastically
cooked.
different, I feel like.
Yeah.
This top lane gold looking so depressing.
Yeah, I think
And
I know a lot of people have been saying, oh,
the
the
Vantage
bandage
Toss comes
follow
out and they will fully lock
and the
up.
cyclone.
Microsoft Store refuses to use the flash and he will go down once again in the same spot as Jiry Enjoyer goes down. Something delicious about this blue buff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been saying top lane's super strong right now, like with the quest, with the level cap and everything. But at the same time, I think it's like once you get that lead, it's like so rough playing from behind as top lane, especially because like it's really hard to leave lane before you finish your quests as well.
Yeah, Sebastian Forrest, both sneak through people, but crucially, the blast
Okay,
cone is
Horn
popped. The
coming out.
Grim Deliverance will land on 4 Killer Instinct, but the Bandit Shot will miss. Vicarious, living with 1 HP in the back, will hold Flash until the
Christmas
very end, and perfect
one.
execution
Okay.
will kill him, and the hostile takeover lands on the rest of the members. That's almost all of the damage gone. Here comes the demonic ascension, but Eoneers just has no damage and is just walking away slowly from the Yunara. Transcend oneself also popped explosive cast to finish off
Yeah, the
Quasty.
cast to kill Quasty. Yeah, pretty much all their gold is on Vicarious. So once that perfect execution comes out, Vicarious dies. They really have nothing else left.
Yeah, Vicarious played that almost as perfectly as he could, but in the
Yeah,
end, the Akali just dives straight through him, finishes him off. A
it's
great
gonna look
like
like a
flash
free
placement,
Baron
a great
here.
killer instincts. If only the banish toss landed on the Zehen, they would have
Yeah, for the
maybe
kill.
killed him, and the fight would have looked different.
It's just so crazy how tanky he gets when he casts Grim Deliverance. Like during the ulti cast, he just takes no damage. I think it's
Is
like a 40% damage reduction or something.
Oh, is that how it works? I didn't even know that his
Yeah,
ulti
like
damage.
while you're casting, you have damage reduction, and then once you land, it heals. Depending on how many people you land on.
Oh, the more you learn.
Yeah, the champion just has so many like random things in his kit. He also gets like 30% armor pen from his R just as a passive.
Dang. We see that the tax collectors are lining up in the bots of the river. They do have a semblance of control, holding this banana bush like their lives depend on it. But Sebastian
Med
Force is creeping up in the
Warp.
top lane, getting a huge flank angle on Grim Deliverance on 3. The Ornor comes out and will
Ornhorn
CC
comes
down.
in.
Zahen does go down on the backside of Microsoft Store, tries to one shot
Okay.
Vicarious, but crucially Vicarious is alive. But look
A
at the hostile
beautiful
takeover
hostile
on 5.
takeover kill.
Killer Instinct still goes in, but they have no damage left. Vicarious clears the fight. That is a wipe
Wow.
on the side of tax collectors. But Allura still wants more. The teleport comes in. He does have perfect execution is still up.
Entire
He's
team's low
skirting around
here.
the fight, but an insane fight to come back. Zahen just goes down with no answer, and they get the dragon in 4 kills.
Yeah, they couldn't finish off the Kaisa there, so
Oh my god, tax collectors can make miracles happen. They
yeah.
swung the gold back from, I think it was 8k back down to 4 now.
Was the Akali not in that fight?
I think
Or did he back to
I
TP?
think either she wasn't in it or she just got zoned hard from the beginning, which I
Yeah,
struggle to
they
believe
just
she would
like
get zoned. So I think she
stacked
was in it.
all their ults on the Zaha, and once he was dead, they couldn't really get onto the Kaisa anymore.
Yeah, crucially, Microsoft Store also burned his flash, trying to reach the Kaisa in the back line. If I think, I'm not sure, but when he did reach the Kaisa in the back, there was no other way of hitting the Kaisa. So
Yeah.
the disjointed dive on the side of
And 4 items on the Kaisa now with Zanya is definitely going to be a
brutal.
lot harder to kill.
Yeah, once again, the fate of the world rests on
On
Vicarious's
Vicarious'
shoulders.
shoulders, yeah.
Things are getting dicey in the side lanes as Sebastian Force just rocks up for a free plate, and Viet Mike drops half of his HP down, but the perfect or the Prince of
Okay,
the Sad Mummy
Call of
lands
the
on
Forge
forward.
God comes
Ornhorn
out. It's
follows through,
all of
but a
them.
great hostile takeover once again. Akali will go down, but Azanias and the Never Move grabs everyone in the backline. Sahen is still alive, coming through. The Grim Deliverance will finish off the Kaisa. Fury Enjoyer in the backline does dodge the Never Move. Everything left on Eoneers. He should be able to just walk this out. Sebastian Force comes in to clear the rest of the fight. A 4 for 3. Not the end of the world, but a winning fight for Hank Whittleberg.
Yeah, and they do have mid power here, so they can get some chip damage.
Yeah, they will be able to collect the plates on this turret, but probably not much else. But these fights are surprisingly close. They're just constantly finding Hank Whittleberg disconnected.
Yeah, the team fight on the side of tax collectors is crazy. The just the move all into the Cyclone, into the Ornhorn. Like Hank Whittleberg is not even touching the ground.
Yeah, Vicarious is trying to carry out these fights with all of his heart, and almost where it went well there. The killer instinct went a little bit short, or I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was a little bit short, and probably could have done a little bit more with that. But needless to say, he did clear the fight once again. and a crucial Zanya's to prevent the Renata W giving the reset to Akali in the middle of that fight too.
Yeah, and the Swain that fight was also like deceptively tanky. I mean, considering the item difference in the mid lane, I'm surprised he was able to tank all of that and still survive.
Sebastian Force maybe finding Eonir is a little bit caught with his pants down. We'll take out half his HP for fun, and we'll chase a teleport committed also
And
to the side
TP committed.
of
See if we can get.
tax collectors to try and bail him out. And Grim Deliverance will land on 3. Crucially, Killer Instinct will dodge out of the Grim Deliverance, and they will get the passive resurrection off. But is that really what you're looking for at this point of
Out.
time?
A
Does
great
Zanya's the
Zanya's
spear,
there.
and they probably will get him for their
I do think if
prob.
that spear hit, he would have died. But look
Yeah,
at the rest of their map. They lose mid inhib and top tower.
the
Probably
classic
top inhib as
the
well.
classic faker for base trade.
For
Um,
base, yeah. Raid boss down, but at what cost?
Usually there is no Baron, at least to take. So at worst, it's 2 inhibs for the kill. But I feel like, personally, I feel like in this season, inhibs are very, very hard to respond to, especially if you don't have like super strong wave clear as a team, because the
Yeah,
wave
I
spawns
agree.
so fast now, and they're
Cryo
super.
is just like so much more important. It's like
Yeah,
because if you're stuck dealing with the waves, like they're just doing whatever they want on the rest of the map. I do think it looks like Tax Collector is just going to be playing for soul here, but not sure how they're going to play this team fight out.
yeah. I mean, they don't have to contest. They do have a lot of time being purchased with 3 dragons already being stacked,
That
but
is true.
Vicarious does have Flash, Barrier, and Ulti all available. It was only missing the Zanyas. So if they really
5
want to play
items.
it safe, they want to wait for the Zanya's timing, but Quasi just wants to check everything immediately and run straight in. The Shuriken flip will come out,
Okay.
and Allura
Cyclone
puts
out.
himself in a dangerous position, but Vicarious will also take a
Vicarious
1v1 versus Sebastian Force, but he
1v1ing
crucially,
Sebastian Force.
has no
Oh my god.
ults, and Sebastian Force will drop on the other side for VM Mike. They will take that trade, I think.
Yeah, I think that actually is great for tax collectors. Definitely prio on the Zahan. I cannot believe that. I guess if you don't CC the kite set, yeah, you can't really deal with it. But it
Yeah.
looked like pretty much a solo kill.
A great killer instinct placement too. Dodges out on the Grim Deliverance as they will call the bluff on Hank Whittleberg, and they will get a Baron and even more
Yeah,
time being bought. This 4K gold
really
lead
good. Yeah,
at
really good for
20
tax
minutes into the game
collectors.
now
Just
is
stalling
not
it
really
out.
as big as it once was. It doesn't feel as insurmountable, and they definitely have ways to come back in this game now.
Yeah, they're just biding their time now. They are kind of shoved into their base a little bit, but I think they don't mind that at all. We got Kaisa getting free gold from the mid waves as well.
Yeah, I think the Baron is so huge. Being able to use the Baron defensively against 2 pushing waves as Ornhorn does come out, and Microsoft Store
Goes
flashes it,
wide,
but will get caught by the
flash
bandage
out,
toss. The Orn E will
and
catch him to follow. A huge pick on the top side. Again, for the side of tax collectors. They just keep getting these picks.
yeah, it's really good for them. It's letting them stall this game out for, and especially with the Baron because the side of Hank Whittleberg doesn't really have that great of wave clear.
Oh, Lyra goes straight in and immediately
And
Shuriken flips out, and
executes
he's like,
out.
I don't do any damage anymore. See ya. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
on the
especially
bot
with
side,
the and they have Orin as well is also helping bridge some of this gold gap. Like even with the like it might be a 4K gold gap, but each Orin upgrade is giving you what like 1,000 gold of stats. So really, it's like pretty even in stats, I'd say.
yeah, the Swain, Eonir Swain only being at 2 items at 29 minutes into the game is a little bit, you know,
A little rough,
a
yeah.
little rough. Yeah, but he does have a lot of HP from stacking up over the game. So at least, he's still being a relatively strong frontline that isn't just one shot now at this point of the game, except from maybe, Sebastian Force. But
Yeah.
he will
Plus he
be able
has
to
the
take out the Gragas and the Kali a little bit now.
yeah, it looks like he's just playing util now. He's got the Oblivion Orb, and the slow actually is really nice into a lot of these fast people on Hank Whittleberg from their allies. So
Alera lying in wait on the sidelines once again, but I think a similar result will happen to what happened last time when he saw someone on the sideline. I don't think it's easy,
Vicarious
despite
is
being
full
13 and
build.
3. Yeah, it's not easy to pick people on the sideline. Microsoft started being spotted out on the Raptor camp. The chase being committed by Quasty, and they're running
Okay,
pretty
we'll see if
far
they commit any
into
at
the
all.
river.
Nope.
Quasty refuses to call Microsoft Store's bluff, and they will chase him out. Can't win. Being pulled in a little bit, sitting under the tier 2. Will pop the phase
Put the
rush.
phase rush to disengage.
And that turret does go down in a couple autos, but they will commit all the
Okay, they're committing ults for
CC
this.
onto Zen, and he just drops immediately. A curse on the side, Mummy hits
Okay.
another 2, and Akali's just down 2. This is an incredible fight, decided randomly
And Vicarious is
off
doing
of Grim
so much
Deliverance being
damage.
popped under the turret. Jiri Enjoyer has to
Flash
flash
forward
out,
by Swing.
never move, catches Microsoft Storm, pulls him back in. He's gone too. That's 4 wiped again out of like
Oh my
seemingly thin
god.
air.
They're doing so much damage with the 6-item Kaisa now. And like if you can't get on the Kaisa, it's just so hard to play team fights. Plus you have to get through the wall that is this Swain just standing in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. This Kai'Sa's just pumping out damage, but you also have to start respecting the setup and CC from the side of the tax collectors now. You see how fast the Zehen just dies after being hit by Bandage Toss into
Yeah.
Ornhorn, into
What's the
just
Cyclone?
one
Yeah.
Kaisa W, into Curse of Sad Mummy. Like, you can die in one full CC now. You're not really that far ahead. And Sebastian 4 is not seemingly respecting that now.
And the gold gap is completely gone now. Actually, I'd even say tax collectors might even be ahead now with the Ornn upgrades as well.
Yeah, it's a dead even game, and this is exactly what you want with a Swain and an Ornn that are just almost infinitely scaling.
Infinitely scaling,
Yeah,
yeah.
almost. And on an even footing, 32 minutes into the game. Killer Instinct will just pop up, but
Killer
I've seen
Instinct
these kind of
forward.
plays before. Vicarious being thrown into the middle of everything. He does have Zanya's and Flash and everything popped, and he will call his number and knock them down. Allura
Okay,
popping in
Allura
through
looking
the
to get
mid.
it
A
back.
great Zanya's will stop the explosive cast from killing him, but all of his tools being used offensively will mean that he goes down in the middle of everyone. Eonirs, with no demonic ascension, will try and slow down Microsoft Store. It's just the top lane and the mid lane, not anymore. But Eonir is left by himself. Maybe Microsoft Store will wipe this fight, but Vicarious, feeling the pressure, feeling the play right on his fingertips, jumps the gun into the middle of everyone.
Yeah, crazy Killer Instinct there, but some great peel from Viet Mike on the Amumu to keep him alive for as long as he can. But then the Zahen just came crashing down on top of his head.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Not Soul going over to Hank Whittleberg, but as a very avid Kaisa player, this is exactly what you don't really want to see. As enticing as hitting that empowered or evolved W is on a squishy
Yeah.
or anyone at this point of the game, and seeing no one around them and just wanting to go in for the second one and just trying to pop them. As enticing as that is, you have to have discipline and you have to be aware of every single move that'll happen once you press that R. Zahen just going straight in, and Grim Deliverance being popped on top of the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Vicarious is untouched so far, and Jiri Enjoyer instantly goes down. The three of them are just caught by themselves in the top lane of Hank Whittleberg, and Zahen will try and fight for his life in the middle of 3. That is a random fight starting again that Hank Whittleberg doesn't seemingly really want to be caught at.
It's looking like a free Baron for tax collectors off of that.
Yeah, they just walk into Via Mike, and the Curse of the Mummy just gives them free setup onto 2. Yeah, Mike will chase onto this Amumu. Let's see if Microsoft Store can do anything. The Baron is already gone. And the gold is once again even.
So quickly with Kaisa.
This is quickly turning into a banger. You can see Kaisa just trying to hunt down
Microsoft
Store.
He's just looking now.
His killer instinct is
I mean,
up.
he's full build. He's like
yeah,
like assassin now.
Full 7 items. Who said AD carry wouldn't hit 7 items? 35 minutes in, 22 kills. That's
See if
only not that big of a deal.
we'll see if Hyrax can try to match some of the damage. He does have the IE now, so
Yeah,
Ford of Yunara is
Yunara at 4 items.
not weak at all.
Crucially, Hyrax doesn't have the GLP item. He went straight for the
That is
runes.
true, yeah.
So I wonder if he was like aware, or if he just elected to go for this instead. But for the first
Yeah,
time, seemingly all game, the tax collectors are playing aggressively inside Hank Whittleberg's jungle.
yeah, they have full control of this jungle here. The Baron pressure as well.
Yeah,
Get
turrets
Mike looking for a bandage across the walls, maybe.
turrets just start melting now at this point of the game. A lot of standing gold still left for the side of tax collectors to collect.
But they are bleeding
He
their
hits the
bot wave
W. He
right now.
wants to go in. I could tell. But I can't win. Being caught in the mid lane and does go
Fox
down
coming out.
completely. Ornhorn is popped too. Now the map
The
is all
Zahan
out of
TP
sorts.
bot.
Baron recall will get them out, but now they are looking for the play in the top or in the top side jungle. Vicarious, the shuriken flip is popped onto him. A great Zanya's will stop the follow up from perfect execution, but hostile takeover will land. Can Vicarious live the combo from Microsoft Store? No. He goes down on the backside, swaying by himself, stalling out. Will get the portal at the very end.
Okay.
Great
The
timing.
portal
Will live for an extra few seconds. Sebastian Force just running around the base by himself. Now there's no one left to kill him. All the damage is gone. And just like that, the map stay is falling in an instant. Cyclone.
Okay, Cyclone committed.
Will commit.
And the healing from the Grim Deliverance is crazy.
Yeah, Sebastian Force is just living for so long, and now the bailout being popped on top of him. There's just no damage left to deal with him. The spear will come out and hit Eoneers on the very end. He just wants to kill so bad. The resurrection isn't even gonna be popped. As the Death Dance healing comes out, he's just on the sliver of HP. And just like that, the rest of the team is now in the base. Here we go. The final push coming out from Hank Whittleberg. The bailout comes out. That's his first health bar gone. Oh, there is no resurrection. It turns out all the stacks are gone. Off. And the Baron minions come back. Teleport is being committed from Allura to repush, but at the same time, it looks like they're not on the same page as the rest of the team is being
Vicarious is up now, so.
Oh my god, this game is so close.
Bit of a burn on the TP there, but
yeah, crucially the stacks drops from the hen, so he didn't get the reds under the turret.
Yeah, really
here goes
good.
Allura looking for the kill in the mid lane by himself.
Okay, the Ornhorn
flashes it preemptively. We'll try to get the pick on him again. A good killer instinct to dodge the explosive cast. 1-for-1 trade across the map. Junglers trading each other out. So in the end, it's pretty even.
There's just nothing you can do about that. If you get CC'd while the Kai'Sa's next to you, you're just insta-dead.
Yeah, I don't know what item Kai'Sa traded out, but crucially, oh, it's Zanya. She switched out
Zanya's
for the QSS. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's really risky. There's not really any there's not really like any point blank CC that you should be.
Yeah, it's really just the Renato ulti if you're getting hit by that. But even then, actually, I guess that is pretty important. But I just think the Zanya's offers you so much more survivability, you know, especially with all these like CC tanks on your team to try to keep you alive.
Yeah, 39 minutes into the game, Soul Point spawns a Curse of the Sad Mummy, drops into Hyrax, but a beautiful QSS instantly stops the follow-up of Vicarious.
Vicarious is already
and immediately goes down. A great kite out.
That has no damage left.
There's no damage left. There's 5 people standing for the side of Hank Whittleberg. They will collect Soul, and we'll see if they try and march on the base, but maybe they're not respecting the follow-up. Quasty coming here to the dragon. Will contest the Soul. There's no smite. Oh, their smite is here. Hank Whittleberg secures it. A great W smite from Microsoft Store. Meanwhile, there's 3 in the base on the side of Hank Whittleberg. They will just march on the base.
And the poor Moo can't do anything about it.
39 minutes into the game, Hank Whittleberg finally secured the win.
Wow. And it was looking like tax collectors are really bringing it back, but yeah, it was just one team fight.
Yeah, the world on Vicarious's shoulders, and it was too much a weight to bear. A great game as a team overall from the side of Hank Whittleberg.
Yeah, looking a banger, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a great way to start off tonight. But yeah, a great game one. We'll see you back, guys, back for game two as we take a short break. Welcome back, everyone. Game one was quite a barn burner. When I was back and forth, Hank Wittelberg had a huge lead for a majority of the game, but tax collectors just kept finding a way back into the game.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the draft to start. But yeah, what a game one. What do you think they're gonna prio in this game too?
It seems draft has already started.
Oh, draft already started.
A bit late on that, my bad. But yeah, we see huge picks have come out already. The bans have changed quite a bit. Aphelios slipping through the ban phase and will be picked B1 and will be answered by Jinx Alistar immediately.
Okay, makes sense. I'm actually so surprised that Aphelios went through. I feel like he's been permabanned so far.
I don't know if Vicarious is a huge Aphelios player either, but regardless, the champ is just so good on the patch, especially when paired with champs like Thresh and Tahm Kench. Both these champs are pretty good into Alistar too, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them picked up on Blue 3 here. Shinzao being locked in blind. Shinzao, I feel like, is a slight loser of the new season. It feels like he gets a little bit too out-tempoed by the assassin junglers and a little bit too out all-in or out-fought by champs like Wukong and Shinzao, or J4 right now. And Karma will be the answer in the bot lane for the tax line.
Yeah, I'm really curious what the solo laner is going to pick here, but we're expecting a jungle draft here.
Ooh, Allura's Syndra
Okay.
being locked in. Solid pick. They could ban any counters for it now, and just a great blind.
Yeah, they might just ban to protect here.
Yeah, a very strong mage on the patch. Syndra's been getting a little bit of notoriety recently for just being strong and just one-tapping people this patch, so great pick. And Allura, of course, being a well-known Syndra and LeBlanc player.
Camille being banned out by the side of tax collectors. Interesting ban. I don't know. Does Sebastian Force play a lot of Camille?
Oh, I think he's pretty well versed in the champ, yeah.
Nice.
Any sort of
and
like
yeah,
80
Vladimir
bruiser,
banned out again.
pretty strong. Jace being banned, both as a jungle and a top ban. Jace pretty high prio in pro play right now because the Jace flex as well as Jace's jungle clear and dueling and ability to influence the map and lanes just from chucking a QE like from Narnia. Jace and Malphite are huge winners of the season 2026 patch as well. The jungle position. Blind Scion will
and
be picked.
Scion coming out on the side of Hank Wittelberg. I feel like this is probably the most broken champion in top lane right now. Just with the way like prio works right now and proxying. Just like the fact that you can cheat tempo is just so strong right now.
Yeah, I agree. Scion is also quite a high priority pick in pro play right now as well. Just the staple weak side champion.
Oh yeah.
Yone being slammed for Eoneers. We'll see an answer in top lane on the final pick.
Great pick from
a small possibility that the Scion could also be a flex jump.
Yeah, pretty 80 heavy right now on tax collectors. We'll see what their top laner picks here.
Oh, that's a Yone top.
Oh wow.
Victor.
Okay, top. Yone for Sebastian Force here.
Evelyn.
Evelyn is crazy.
Interesting. The draft changed direction entirely for both these teams in the second half.
It's gonna be a pretty scrappy game this time as well, I think.
Yeah, what do you think about the drafts?
Honestly, I liked Hank Wittelberg's draft better until they picked Evelyn, I'm not sure what how that fits into their comp, but I'm really interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I also agree, kind of, but also at the same time, this is the case of picking Xin Zhao and two laners that require setup without any setup. Um, like it's really hard. I feel like to play these kind of bruiser junglers without another way into the fight. Like Xin Zhao's not a primary engage. Yone is not a primary engage.
That's true, yeah.
Aphelios Victor are definitely not primary engages. So in order for Xin Zhao Yone to play the game, they really have to put their bodies on the line. And just the Karma Mantra Shield is not really enough to like force yourself into areas. Like they can't really walk in a lot of contested areas, especially with an Evelyn. So I
Yeah.
personally feel like Hank Whittleberg's comp will be easier to play, easier to execute.
No, I agree completely. Especially with like late game, once you have these Sion and Alistar champs just standing in between you and the carries. Like just having to throw yourself at them just to get to the back line. It's gonna be pretty hard to play by tax collectors. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, hopefully the tax collectors are a little bit more comfortable with their lane matchups though. Like if they have a way to play the early game, the game might go slightly different than just losing every team fight. Because like as last game, both solo lanes were down like 50 CS or something, or like 2-3 levels at like before 15 minutes. So that was a little
That's
rough.
true, yeah.
They got counterpick in both solo lanes this time, so hopefully the map will be easier to play.
Yeah, I can't say anything about the mid lane matchup because I don't know about it, but I do think the top lane matchup should be pretty favorable for tax collectors, I think. But that said, it is Sion, so you never know.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say, Yone can get Prio pretty easily, but Sion kind of cheats Prio, so.
Yeah, the silent champ works wonders. I think the mid matchup is slightly favored towards Victor early, and then Syndra is more favored once she just gets the items to just one-shot you. But the 2v2 is very heavily favored towards the tax collectors in my opinion. Because Victor can just go Merc Treads, and then Xin Zhao will just R whatever damage Syndra's throwing out.
That's true, yeah.
So they do have avenues to play through early and mid game, but eventually when it does come down to that 5v5, someone will have to put their HP on the line. So hopefully they'll have a good enough advantage to play the game by then, because that is definitely their game plan.
I think this game will probably see another instance of the tax collectors playing towards their bot side and Hank Whittleberg playing towards their top side.
Yeah, this is another issue with the comp, is that both the top lane and bot lane champions on the side of tax collectors require quite a bit of resources. It's not very easy to play Aphelios in like isolation. Except, I mean, you do have the winning matchup, but it can be swung very easily with just like the touch of one Evelyn or Syndra ability.
That is true, yeah.
Similarly, on the top side, it's not super easy to play Yone into Sion. I don't know how that matchup goes, but even if it is winning for Yone, one shutdown or one like frozen wave or one crash double wave or whatever, can swing the momentum, and that's all Sion really needs to get a foothold into the lane, and it's just scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these side lanes are just very, I feel like, volatile for the side task collectors, and if they can manage it, there's a lot of reward involved, but also a lot of risk.
Yeah, definitely going to be a hard game for the tax collectors here. But I believe in them.
Yeah, bring us to game 3, please.
Bring us to game 3.
With that being said, we will head into the short spectator delay. So we will see you guys in about 3 minutes. Cool. Welcome back to game 2 of Tax Collectors versus Hank Whittleberg. I still keep getting these names mixed up. I'm so tempted to say Tax Whittleberg and Hank Collectors. But yeah, not much shenanigans happening. I think bot lane will be a little bit flippy. Alex has a PTA on Jinx. Interesting.
Okay, good poke damage.
Yeah, the mantra
PTA
Q
on
being what he needs to win this matchup.
Yeah, with the man spotting earlier, you can't reset when you get poked.
Yeah, so Victor just abusing his range advantage, or abusing his shield advantage, and should be getting some good trades early on in the lane. Fury and Joy are also electing with Aftershock on Alistar. I like it in this matchup personally, especially if you have a Jinx, because you just really need your Jinx to play the game.
And what a trade from Sebastian Force there.
Yeah, this Silent Champion. He does have Ignite in the top lane too.
Yeah, crazy.
His solo lane's looking to be volatile once again. I'm surprised that Caitlyn chose to take teleport in top lane.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I'm surprised he took TP, but we'll see if he can make a good use of it early.
Oh, this trade's looking pretty good. For the Scion, and Alistar burning his pulverized combo. Does take some damage back and heals out to avoid some of the damage left over at the end. Yet Mike dropping the mantra Q. RX dodging out on the crescendum Q. These are great trades coming out for the Jinx and the Alistar, despite going down in HP. This is actually what you want to play for as the Jinx Alistar lane, because typically you will win the all-in if you can land that combo, and Eonir is getting dropped low from Scatter the Weak. All these lanes getting scrappy early.
Okay. Good reposition there.
That's crucial. Yeah, Lance Soraka dropping down for like 10% mana. So should be stabilizing up there. Crucially, these junglers have the opposite of each other, so we'll see if the respect is given from Caitlyn. They will see that Syndra on the board. Eonir dropping so low to scatter the weak.
He's getting so much value off the first strike there.
Caitlyn takes the Q in, and Microsoft Store is creeping up. Will force the flash out, but Evelyn can just follow easily. The damage is dropped. Flash force from Microsoft Store, and they will get the kill in the bot lane. Quaesty they get both of the summoners out of the Jinx. Jungler is getting kills across the map.
Good cross map there.
Yeah,
it's like we were saying before.
It was like both sides did lose to the cross map. Valera is kind of winning this matchup pretty hard early. Takes that turret auto though. Scatter the Weak will get absorbed by the shield from his Q, as two people will be pulled up to the mid lane to try and force resets. Valera will get his spot back cancelled. Both bot laners electing to buy the Cull early. It's kind of interesting. I feel like you don't really want it as the Aphelios because you need to push your advantage with a pushing lane like this. The Jinx doesn't really want it because she needs to do damage on the all-in in case your Alistar can ever get this free. Because that's the only way you can really like win or like trade the lane. Otherwise you can't really like you just lose it.
Oh, it looks like we might have a kill here in the top lane.
Play Steve with no flash. Drops outline Soraka really low. Wonder if they'll try and get the crash in. But yeah, Bramble Vest already being purchased from outline Soraka, so this Scion is very durable. Mantra Q missing again. Every single Mantra Q that you don't land just draws so much pressure off of side of the Jinx analysis.
Yeah, it's looking really like a good position here. And both bot leaders have bought Cull. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like it's not really like in their best interests for either of them to buy it, but maybe one was in response to the other one. I don't know. Both are just willing to farm. Then it's kind of difficult for Aphelios to play in a 5v5 straight up. Their team is not really the most 5v5 inclined. Dragon being picked up from the side of tax collectors, while Microsoft Store just cycled back around for his third full clear. Good movement by Aeoniers. Dodges out in the sky of the week and we'll get a positive trade. But yeah, pretty even map state early game so far. Just the kill in the top lane and the bot lane being traded, but otherwise not really super aggressive moves pulled by either jungler or support.
Yeah, it's looking like everyone's just okay. Farming up, scaling, playing for objectives. But Allura is making so much use off of this first strike.
Yeah, every scatter of the week just connecting. Things coming out on the blue top side. Basically has a feeling that Microsoft Stores is lurking around in the jungle. Level 6 has been obtained by Microsoft Stores, so the stealth and the one-shot capability has come in, and the Mantra Q goes wide. Once again, a great pulverize to even out the trade. And Win just gets all in. The Scion ult just comes in, stuns them up. Charm will secure the kill. In the mid lane, a solo kill goes over to Allura as well.
Yeah, a great Yode ulti there to try to get out, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. What's it called? Fate Sealed?
The ulti, yeah. Fate Sealed. It's a cool ass name too. But yeah. Once again, it looks like these solo lanes, Microsoft Sword just plays around them so well. And now here he finds the engage onto the bot side. Vicarious will have both of his subs forced out, but Microsoft Store will just take the Karma in consolation. And now Vicarious is left by himself in the alcove. And Microsoft Store picks up another 2 kills. This guy is just everywhere on the map.
Yeah, really great map presence from the Evelyn here.
Yeah, this Karma pick is just like slowly falling off, I guess. If you take this pick to really slam the Alistar early game, because Alistar is just like so poor against range supports, but missing all those Mantra Qs and then getting pushed in and getting flashed on like that, because that's exactly what you want the Alistar for, that snap engage on the carries.
Oh my god.
Microsoft Sword just has all the setup.
One Syndra combo already half helps the victor. So much damage already.
Yeah, this Victor will need to go Rook Treads soon, I feel like. But yeah, Mike has to get the chain on. We'll land the chain. Mantra Q will land. Okay. No Moonlight Vigil to secure the kill. Hyrax also has both summoners up. It's a good barrier to bait it out. And we'll walk away with a sliver of health.
Yeah, it was a clean combo, but they do get the barrier out and trades in the top lane.
Yeah, Ninja Tab is also completed for Win. Bot lane suspects something is going on as Jiria Enjoyer walks up by himself, will pop the Unstoppable Will, and takes no damage. Vicarious will root up the Evelyn, but she can just pop the last caress, but she will not get the kill. Oh, the Super Mega Death Rocket snipes him in the alcove as here comes Allura to help finish off the kill. Fate sealed in the top side, but the damage is just not there. Yeah, Mike drops the RW. Mantra W will keep him healed up and will live. If not for that Super Mega Death Rocket, it'd be a super great play on the bot side, but a great snipe evens up the play.
Fights all around the map, and it was a really good play by the Yone up until the end. I think he still got hit by the Scion Q while he was channeling his ulti, unfortunately. So he was CC'd on the back end of it. But
yeah, the tempo Chaos Storm to push Allura off the wave. But here comes Microsoft Store again. Jiria Enjoyer also in the coattails waiting. A great dodge.
Okay, good
but
dodge.
the trap will still pop. And Eonir's
Oh,
just wanted a little bit of extra poke damage, but will go down for his greed.
yeah, really unfortunate there. He had a great flash dodge there, but he stepped back in before the charm fell off.
Yeah, Evelyn not really a well-known ganker pre-6, but it's just like, it's just running the map now at this point. Had like
Yeah.
2 or 3 kills pre-6.
Especially with this much gold in your pocket, I feel like if you don't have flash to get away from the Evelyn W, it's so hard to play.
Microsoft Store once again lurking in the top side. Fury Enjoyer has Giant's Belt. Did that build into like any of the new super items? I don't know if it built into Bounty Hunters. But, that is a tanky Alistar. 11 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah, I know everyone's building Bandle pipes now.
Yeah, Quicey starts up the dragon. Will catch the Xin Zhao in the middle of the river. I don't think he wants this fight. Last Crest has popped early, and Quicey will still drop the Crescent Guard. Doesn't really block the Syndra ult, and he'll lose all his HP. The top lane, a great trade. I can't win, but the fight continues. This should just be Dragon going over for Pink Little Bird. They will collect it. Unstoppable will pop the exit, and a 2-level difference in the top lane.
And the quest completion.
Silent just walks him down and slaps him back to base.
Yeah, Sebastian Force finishing his quest right there just gave him a whole extra level on I Can't Win.
Great timing, and this Yone counterpick is just not really working out. Tempo Chaos Storm again, but does he want that fight? Allura just drops the orb on his head. Another kill going over to these solo laners. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Moonlight Vigil is popped, but Vicarious also has nowhere to go. Microsoft Store just all over the bot lane.
Vicarious tries to finish the kill with his ulti, but just not enough damage. And yeah, again, if you don't have flash, or he did have flash, but in that case, I think he was just dead regardless. But getting hit by the Evelyn charm is just a death sentence at this point.
Yeah, Microsoft Store is just running the map everywhere. Unstoppable Onslaught used to get back to lane quickly. Another Scion classic, just one taps the cannon minion.
One taps the cannon.
and I Can't Win just takes the Q3 out of there. But yeah, these solo lanes once again in dire position, but this time Vicarious does not have the same advantage that he had last game. It'll be a much harder mid game for him to play out.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, he doesn't even pop the Scion shield anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't even break the W. Okay, good. Interrupt there.
Yeah, still takes damage for that, but at least the turret shot lands. We'll take the base before Microsoft Store is able to pop his head in top lane again. Oh, the bait does come out. Unstoppable will is popped, so it will take very little damage, and Quicey will take that ulti and walk out, but Allura is now seen on that pink board going into the tri-brush in bot lane. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Fate Seal pop to try and draw aggro away, a good buffer to jump back, but in the end, the last caress will still take the kill. Flash out from Hyrax. A good side flash from Vicarious will get him into range and perfectly away from range from Allura too. Great flash positioning. Meanwhile, on the other side, Quicey gets pushed 1 pixel into the turret, and another kill being donated over to Allura. Fury Enjoyer looking for the re-engage. Now red and purple. They're decent guns to fight with, but Allura is just one-tapping everyone with his...
Allura just does so much damage now.
I had to catch myself there. Yeah, the Syndra pick is just quickly steamrolling out of control. Vicarious going in does dodge the Guide of the Weekend. Allura with no flash now will just get flashed on by Eonirs, but does he even have enough damage? The Syndra just has so much move speed with the upgraded Sword Preserver's boots, but will still go down a crucial shutdown going over to Eonirs.
And Jerry tried to flash into heal range, but unfortunately it was a bit too slow.
The thought that counts. Respect. Alright, looking to force the mid turret down by himself. Luckily these turrets are super tanky on the last plate.
And the top tower is already gone.
Yeah, if we look at the gold difference in the top and the mid and the jungle. Vicarious does still have a lead, is on par with other champions in the game, but Aphelios by himself. Not really much of a front line, I would say. Zerker's Boots, Yone, slightly tanky, Shinzao, and Moonstone Karma to buff them.
Yeah.
Not really boding well for you.
But luckily they did get some gold in that last fight. Kill going to the Victor and the Aphelios, so we'll see if they can pull it back.
Oh, good wrap on via Mike here. Yeah, Scatter the Weak is dropped and will be dodged, and Vicarious pops the barrier to get into the fight and will crucially pick up the kill for his effort. But now we see all of the team being stacked up mid. We see the unstoppable onslaught being dropped onto the mid turret. A triple man dive will secure the mid turret. They will trade the bot lane turret for it, but there could be a second turret going down in the mid lane for tax collectors. Overall, a cross map that's not entirely worth, but at this point you have to take lead.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks better for the side of Hank Littleberg, but Tax Collectors is fishing for any gold on the affiliates they can get. So kill plus the turret is definitely want as many resources on Vicarious as they can possibly put.
Yeah, Rift Herald being used to secure the kill, and now Sion will just drive the Herald straight through Vicarious. And he might be able to hit that bot lane.
Looking for the crash on the bot lane tower?
From NASCAR. I don't know if it hit the turret or not, but teleport comes out from IK Win to match the Scion there, but crucially the dragon is started and will be completed. Quasty pops the Question Guard to try and live, does get a lot of HP, and is just sitting in the pit by himself.
He's alive, but he doesn't have flash to get out.
Quasty will try and get out, but the Headbutt Pulverize combo will come out. Quasty will be secured. He goes down, and nothing else will come out of it. The Fate Shield was used, but nothing was reached on the back end too.
Yeah, a really good try. A really good escape. Oh.
Oh, Eoneers finally had that Murkreds. That saved the hell out of him.
I think he unironically would have gotten one shot there. But he didn't.
But yeah, crucial pickup against both Evelyn and Syndra. Pretty huge for Victor to have.
Yeah, I agree. Something like Session 4 is just gonna push this bot tower in.
Yeah, pretty hard map state for tax collectors to play. It's Evelyn really loves those mid turrets being down. Any assassin really does. Like Talon, Evelyn, Rengar. Those mid turrets being down open up the map so much for those champions, and you see how she's just like feasting in that side of the jungle now. Quasty being caught by himself here. Will get comboed out by the Alistar and will lose a good portion of his HP and has to hightail out of the jungle. Super Mega Death Rocket comes out, but I believe it misses. Out of the weak lands. Nothing should come out of it. Those Murkreds do wonders for him. Meanwhile, Quasty being chased, and Microsoft Store will flash with the secure on a Moonlight Vigil does not land to follow up. And that's 2 ults and a kill, and a death. Meanwhile, Jerry Enjoyer will just take up the turret and dive straight in, but those Murkreds again working wonders. And the Mantra Shield.
And a massive Karma Shield, yeah.
We'll keep him alive. Pretty healthily. Did save his flash too. This turret top lane being sieged now too.
I Can't Win is trying to get some prio bot lane.
Yeah, crucially, Unstoppable Will is used, but Sebastian Force is tanking up the turrets. Does drive into the gravity field, and we'll have to flash out. This Aphelios is starting to do damage.
Okay,
and he
flash
will get a
force.
huge shutdown onto Sebastian Force.
Yeah, really good pickup there. It's a lot of gold onto Vicarious.
I Can't Win might be sticking around a little bit longer than he wanted to. Here comes Microsoft Store around from the corner. Fate Sealed will be thrown to the other side of the fight, and I Can't Win tries to flashback onto the Syndra, but Microsoft Store just eats him alive.
Yeah, he tried to get the kill on the Syndra. He knew he was dead there. It was a really good attempt.
Yeah, it looks like the Baron is being started though. Red-white for Aphelios means that they can burn this down pretty fast. Teleport pop comes out from Allura. There's no teleport from Sebastian Force, and the Baron is dropping lower and lower. They're committed to just burning this down. They might actually get this. Rat Specters do get the Baron. I wonder if they'll just try and get out here now. They're trying to run straight out. Last Caress is up for Microsoft Store. The last shield being donated to Quaisty. A Gravitum root will keep Evelyn off, and if they can get everyone out with no casualties, this will be huge. A good dodge on Scatter of the Week. That's another exit, but here comes Sebastian Force from around the corner with no unstoppable onslaught though. Maybe Vicarious will drop. That's another crucial kill, but having 3 Barons up, is that worth it if a Scatter of the Week comes out? Super the Mega Death Rocket, and Unstoppable Onslaught comes up now. Flash out from Eoneers, but here comes Microsoft Store from the flank. Last Crest is available and will just completely one-shot the Karma. Yeah, Mike goes down, but still Sebastian Force also goes down as well. A 2 for 1, but with Baron, they'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, I think that's actually really good for Tax Collectors.
But the fight is not over yet. We don't know if Quaisty was baiting or not, but I Can't Win around the corner. They will have to eventually give this turret up. Maybe Allura might be canceling his back. But even if they lose that turret, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, Tax Collectors needs everything they can to try to stall this game out, and that's definitely helping. And they got another shutdown kill on the Aphelios.
Yeah, it looks like Yone, I Can't Win, got a small bounty of 100 gold from Hyrax. This Jinx build is looking little blue.
Yeah.
But Quaisty being by himself in the river, Evelyn does do quite a bit of damage now. Microsoft Store will just pop for all of his HP as they chase him down on the bot lane. Quaisty tries to get some HP back from Sundered Sky, but will go down, and that should be no contest on the Dragon. However, I Can't Win pushing on the top lane will maybe be able to get something back.
But they just have so much pressure on the other lanes as well.
Oh, I get Mike lying in wait.
Okay.
Mike gets the shutdown, unfortunately, but a kill is a kill. They will take that on Allura, relieve some pressure on the bot side.
Yeah, really good pick there from the bot lane.
Yeah, and Microsoft Store
But
lying
might be
in wait.
walking up a bit.
With no barrier. Does get a ton of HP and shield back. And now he looks for the trade back. Elects with the blue Moonlight Vigil and will drop some damage back. We'll see if the fight is extended. Root lands, and Montracue also lands on this Jinx. Crucially, Jinx does not have flash. Okay, wait, Unsealed Fate's out of there.
Okay.
So the
great dodge.
Yeah, the Silent ult ulted as well. Like, that's not bad, all things considered. They will get the kill on Allura. Moonlight Store does not get a kill, or Microsoft Store does not get a kill back. So
yeah, he got the W connect on the Aphelios, but the Aphelios just had so much to stay in there with Red Gun and Karma.
Yeah, this Aphelios is starting to do damage now. Almost 12k gold. And the solo lanes from Hank Whittleberg have started not falling off, but they have stabilized their disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm curious, does this Jinx still do damage?
I mean, I've never seen that Jinx item built, so...
Yeah, I'm curious what it'll look like in team play.
Also, this is the Kate one, right? It's the range.
Yeah.
It's like okay, but it's like, you don't really need like the range on Jinx. If you did, you would just get like RFC.
Yeah.
Also, Storm Razor is a little bit interesting.
But the Aphelios does have 3 items here, and I know 3 items Aphelios this season hits like a truck, so we'll see what Vicarious can do in these team fights.
I feel like Hyrax thinks he's playing Caitlyn, because it looks like a pretty good Caitlyn build actually. He's going. Anyways.
Maybe this is the rocket only Jinx build.
Yeah, the map has stabilized. Eoneer is just being able to catch the waves being shoved in by the Silent. It doesn't seem like anyone is denting the Silent's HP anytime soon.
Yeah, the Victor does have some burn items picked up, but even with it, I feel like the Silent is going to take so long to kill.
Yeah, and the Rabadons being finished from Allura. This is a strong Syndra. It will pressing on
Yeah.
anyone there. Just
This is one-shot territory now.
yeah, with Baron coming up in a minute, not much left going on. Microsoft Store will poke his head in the blue side and will leave promptly. Maybe not.
I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised the Sion built Hollow Radiance this game. I guess just for the wave clear.
Yeah, I guess he's not even worried about Yone doing any damage.
Yeah. I guess we'll just get enough armor through the rest of those items.
Yeah, Titanic Hydra bolt too. This guy definitely will just one
Yeah,
shot someone as well.
Does a lot of damage, and he one-shots every wave.
Yeah, I can't win. Putting some autos in, actually, like, not the worst. I expected it to be a lot less, but Microsoft Store does have a flank. Look how deep he is on that mid wave. This is why these assassins love taking these mid towers so much. And elects not to go for the flank on I can't win.
Yeah, and great vision control from Hank Whittleberg here, just letting it just lets the Evelyn have so much pressure.
Yeah,
but I can't win.
A little bit deep in
Walking
the
up
territory and just dodging around the vision, but the sweeper catches him. And now the pink will catch him too. Last Crest is immediately forced out. They will just take that and walk out, but a huge tool being taken away from the Evelyn.
Yeah, a bit greedy in the positioning there.
Will they just force this? Vicarious is taken.
It looks like they're deciding.
Yeah, Microsoft Sword just run in circles around this banana bush. They have suspicions that they could be in this bush. And now they will check it. And tax collectors have left the area. The pink orb will be swept.
That third item, Serpent's Fang on the Scion, is crazy.
Serpents? Oh my god. What is Sebastian Forrest cooking?
Bro's actually gonna one-shot someone.
I mean, he does have like a decent amount of AoE, so in theory, like, it does affect the karma quite a bit.
Yeah, that is true. Someone said this Jinx build you just play for reset, because once you hit reset, I guess you're super strong.
Yeah, coming deep in the middle lane. The tax collectors will immediately get this dragon, but Microsoft Sword does have the flank. Unstoppable Onslaught just forces the front to back. And Headbutt Pulverize won't catch anyone. Last Caress is not available, so Microsoft Store immediately goes down, but on the backside, Allura flashes in and one taps the Yone. Fight sealed, secures the kill, and I can't get a follow-up. A 2 for 2, but a dragon secured on the side of tax collectors. Not bad. We'll see if they go for the Baron, but they will take that, all things considered.
Yeah, a really good team fight there.
Look at Quasi just sprinting up to the top half of the map here. I don't think he can secure this Scuttle Crab, but the play might continue. Both teams are continuing to try to look for holds of control anywhere they can get.
Final push to steal the crab. Yeah, it kind of looked like Allura just one-tapped Vicarious there, but he was pumping damage.
Yeah, I will say that was pretty well played from I Can't Win. He drew so much aggro, tanked the Alistar engage. They were able to kill Microsoft Store immediately, and that he was able to trade Allura out after Allura flashed in to go for Vicarious. So although he did die, he did so much that fight.
Yeah, really good for tax collectors, especially from so far behind. They're doing a really good job again this game of like stalling out their what's the opposite of a lead.
Yeah, once again, 4K. Oh, just about 4K at 29 minutes. The 4K starts seeming smaller and smaller as the game progresses. So at this point, it's not super huge, but once again, Microsoft Store has a flank on Vicarious in the mid lane. The ping comes out, and they do spot that Evelyn was just there. Unstoppable Onslaught being called and immediately just hits the corner of the wall. A little bit awkward, but these Affiliates guns are not like super great. They will drop some damage back on Sebastian Forrest. Microsoft Store is still on the backline here, and I Can't Win tries to go for a play, but immediately will go down, but the Moonlight Vigil pops half of the remaining HP from the team. They have to track Microsoft Store here, make sure that Evelyn does not have any way to touch this Aphelios as they step up into the mid lane. a decent 1-for-1 trade. Finding Allura in these fights constantly is super huge.
Yeah, I think Tax Collectors takes that as a win. Like the Aphelios is still fully healthy and great control word here to try to spot out the Evelyn, making sure Vicarious is safe.
And they really want this mid turret. They're willing to play for the Evelyn to flank. They spot her out, or will they call the bluff on her? They do spot her out, and they were pinging down, so they're just looking to get out now through the mid lane. That ward in the mid lane, crucially revealing the positions of everyone. And Quasty catches on, will reveal the ward. Vicarious leaning a bit scarily to the right side. Will get the speed from the shield.
Yeah, and these Karma shields are getting kind of big now. Unfortunately, no one can anticipate the Serpent's Fang Scion build.
Yeah, I don't think the Serpent's Fang has gotten too much value yet. I can't win. Looking for the Fate Sealed will force out the last Caress. Pretty huge. This Evelyn has not been able to have an impactful past few minutes. And they will just start the Baron and force the hand of Hank Widowberg, but crucially the Syndra is lying in wait on top so they can get a huge scatter of the week. Vision will drop a great dodge from Vicarious. Once again, the Baron is picked up for the Tax Collectors. I Can't Win will probably just die on the bot side, but Sebastian Force with no flash will just tank the full aggro of the team. Aphelios now just dropping damage down, but the Scion does damage.
Oh my god!
Via Mike on the backside, he does a lot of HP. No last press available for the Evelyn. Vicarious will drop. Microsoft will drop in exchange. The gravity field should block the follow-up. 2 for 3. But with Baron going to Tax Collectors again, they will still take this. It's a great outcome for them.
Very well played by Tax Collectors. And they've been doing such a good job of setting up these plays. They get the Evelyn cooldowns out right before they go for the Baron.
Yeah, they're just willing to pull the trigger as soon as they have one advantage. They're like, we need to play this. We know that Evelyn has no ult. We have vision here. Let's just do the Baron and see what happens. And they know that they have one single advantage to play off of, and that's all they need to just pull the trigger and go for it.
Yeah. And he spots the Alistar. Where did that Scuttle Crab go? Yeah.
The wards are still existing on the bot side, so they do have good vision of Tax Collector's red side jungle. As the dragon is up.
Yeah, and vision control is so...
Bot is not being started yet. They will hit it now, and they've fully revealed the area, so they know they are safe to just burn this down. Another 5 minutes being bought for the side of Tax Collectors. This game just keeps going on. And in theory, in theory, Hank Widowberg should be outscaling that kind of comp. But this Yone is becoming more and more of a problem.
Yeah, 3-item Yone, regardless of how far behind you are, is definitely not weak.
Yeah, Tax Collectors Hank Widowberg knocking on the doors of the team though. Unstoppable Onslaught just charges straight into the wall. And they will almost one-shot Microsoft Store, but Quasty on the back line will draw the Zhonya's from Allura, will draw the flash out of Microsoft Store, but the Scatter of the Week, a huge Mantra shield, will keep the play intact. Fury Enjoyer might go down to that, and then another trade from Quasty will trade out Hyrax, a huge trade, but crucially Vicarious has all of his HP remaining. They might lose the inhib, but the play is not over yet. That crescendo Q barely misses Jerry Enjoyer, and he wants the kill on this Alistar so bad. He's tiptoeing around it. No flash on the Alistar, no flash on the Aphelios. Scatter of the Week lands a great QSS to stop the slow, but Allura has no damage, but Sion will do it all himself. They will drop him down. The shields are so huge, but another Scatter of the Week. A great Zhonya's. We'll get the Alistar, but another Mantra shield. He goes down. There's 10 seconds on I Can't Win. The Scion, I don't know how much damage he does to turrets at this point in the game, but Yone is up in 5 seconds.
Allura is one-tapping the turret. Last
Caress is almost up too. Will they try and go for the end? Scatter of the Week misses. Huge miss. Fate Sealed will land on Allura, but he won't get either of them. The question mark thing comes out too. That is a really sad Yone right there. He burns the flash and doesn't get either.
So unfortunate.
I mean, at least they're alive.
That is true, yeah. And the next towers respawn now, no?
Yeah, they respawn, I guess, but there's so much pressure on them right now. The Scion can just ult in, and then all these scatter roots
I
are
don't know
just
how you.
finding all their targets like perfectly. First the Yone, then the Shinzao, then the Philios, then finally the Victor. Just one by one, they're just tapping them all in.
And it honestly looks like a lot of the damage in these team fights is coming from the Scion. Especially because the Jinx was dead at the beginning of that fight. But Magic Force just single-handedly kills Vicarious. Even through the Karma Shields and the really good QSS as well.
Yeah, the setting up for your 80 Scion is all you need, I guess. You just kind of, as long as he has a stun target, he just kind of walks at them and presses Titanic Hydra. And they have reduced shields from Serpents, so this Scion is really just kind of running these fights. I Can't Win has the Infinity Edge completed now. No flash on him though, but Aphelios flash coming up soon. Karma or Last Caress being available. I Can't Win just tracks the Evelyn. It might be able to just one tap her here. A huge pick.
Oh,
I Can't Win calls the bluff on Evelyn, and she didn't use the Last Caress, so she goes down immediately. Allura being tagged on the side. Quasty will go in on this too. Scatter the weak. We'll buy ourselves some time. A huge shield will keep her alive as well. Quasty being able to stay alive through the Unstoppable Force. Or what is this all called? Unleash Power. Oh my god, I should have known that. But probably for 30 seconds. We'll see if they try to take any base back. They'll be able to contest these waves high.
yeah, a really, really good pick there by I Can't Win. Just his damage spike with the IE was just so crazy. He's able to combo off of the 1E.
Oh my god, Vicarious wants the off angle by himself here. They will see Jerry and Joy are caught in the corner, but no pressing guard. Quasty might be playing a little bit too fast and just loses a lot of HP. The Super Mega Death Rocket comes out. Vicarious runs into the Jinx by himself. Says, get out of here. Will force the flash from Hyrax. Cloud has TP'd back in, but now Quasty needs the reset, is on a sliver of HP, and the top side river control is fully in the hands of Hank Littlebird. Unstoppable Onslaught being forced onto Eoneers. They will get the root onto him. They will get the one-shot, but Vicarious flashes onto the Syndra, will dodge the stun from the Scion, and will get the second kill. A great double kill of Flash aggressively. Vicarious looking for the play. And Jinx died on the backside too. They spotted Microsoft Store. Now Microsoft Store will one-shot Yone through the shield bow. 2v3, but Evelyn with no ults. Is the drag is spawning. This is Drag Soul going over to Tax Collectors.
Yeah, this really puts them back in the game if they get this.
We got another
great
banger.
play from Victor.
We got another banger. That's all I could ask for. Microsoft Store lurking down on the bot side will not be able to contest. And that is Ocean Soul going to the Tax Collector.
Yeah, really good pickup for Tax Collectors here. I can't believe how does Microsoft Store just one tap through the shield bow there? Actually crazy damage.
Yeah, that's the one time she's been able to ult aggressively in like the past, what, 10-15 minutes almost?
Yeah.
I've not really seen this Evelyn be able to work out in 5v5s, which is what we were worried about in the initial draft. But the Soul Laners have been just putting on a show for the side of Hank Littlebird. Importantly, this Aphelios has no flash. Microsoft Store might base check. Barely dodges the vision of Yet Mike.
Like
but yeah, anything lands on the Aphelios, he's dead. There is no Mikhails. Oh, he does have QSS actually. But will it be enough to save him from Evelyn, from Scion, from Syndra?
Yeah, I mean, Vicarious building two defensive items here.
Is spotted out. Oh, great play from I Can't Win. Forces out the Last Press early. I need to learn what that ability is called too, but they do force out the Last Press. Sealed Power, or Oh my gosh, the fight is just starting. Unstoppable onslaught straight in. A Vicarious might just get one tap in the backline. He has Maw to keep himself alive.
Charmed.
We'll get the root onto Microsoft Store, but Microsoft Store flashes out. Jerry Enjoyer now flashing onto the backline, but they don't have enough damage to finish him. All the HP bars are so alive, but look at that, Scatter the Weak.
Oh.
Huge shields coming in, but that's not a heal. The HP bars are still relatively low, but they keep themselves alive in this fight. They will back off, and now the pings on the red side are coming out for this Baron. They know that they can't contest at this very moment.
And somehow the entirety of the missing HP on the side of Tax Collector is from one Cinder EQ.
Yeah, this Syndra is kind of Thanos right now. Evelyn, does Microsoft Store is playing frontline. The Scatter of the Weak doesn't land on anyone, so now they're more willing to step up. The Baron is dropping low. They will get this Baron secured, but will they lose any lives for it? Eonir's just flashing straight in. Will get a flash traded from Allura, and they will pick up Sebastian Force for their efforts. One consolation kill on the backside. Not the worst,
yeah.
But the first Baron going finally for this game going over to Hank Whittleberg.
The Moonlight Vigil just does go wide there, but fortunately they do have enough damage to kill the Scion. But Hank Whittleberg does get the Baron there.
Yeah, they spot this Evelyn cutting off the wave. Our Paxlong is just sending it on this wave.
But
Aphelios still has no flash, but does have Red Gun and will just one-shot all these turrets that are really betting on him to just take everything down here. IK Win being knocked, headbutted a little bit out of the turret. Allura playing reserved, and the Sealed Fate goes straight onto the backline. He will just go straight down. Look at the heals, look at the shields. IK Win lives. The Redemption drops now too, and the wave is entirely gone. They've stalled out this wave. There's nothing coming back, and Microsoft Store still just proxying these waves, clearing in the base, and will take an in-hit for his efforts as well.
But Ocean Soul is carrying these fights, just keeping them alive through all this damage. Yeah, Tax Collectors look so hard to kill now. It just feels like they're not the team of Hank Whittleberg is just not doing enough damage. So.
Yeah, they're just peeling this Aphelios brilliantly in the last fight. We saw that Jerry Android dived in really hard, or dove in really hard, but couldn't get him. Scion ulting in, but couldn't get him. They're just keeping him alive. The Evelyn on the backline also tried to go, but because she had no ult, they couldn't secure the kill. And the Maw doing him wonders.
Yeah,
and once again, 80 carry at 7 items.
Like,
both
doing a lot of damage
20
now.
too. This is the preseason dream right here.
Yeah, I think the Scion lead on the Yone doesn't really mean much anymore. Now that the Yone's 3 items level 20 with Ocean Soul is going to be doing damage regardless. So, yeah. Especially with the Bork, he's low-key shredding through the Scion.
Yeah, he will be going Jack Show next. So if he hits that 4 items, you know, this Yone is like a level 20 Yone can like potentially be a frontliner. I don't know if he can absorb this Syndra combo once. That's more than enough for his team.
Yeah, that's all they need because they're really playing around. Syndra hits a combo on Vicarious. I think he might just get exploded.
Yeah, they're looking for this Scion. They will spot him on the bottom side river. Fashion 4 is.
But they can't even crack the W shield.
Yeah. Hank Whittleberg establishing a foothold in the bot side. Vicarious stepping up vicariously as Microsoft Store stands around the corner. That misses. Crucially, Guardian Angel is finished for Hyrax. Not really the primary target or carry, but can run over the fights if he gets one reset completely unattended. Microsoft Store dancing around on the blue side, waiting for anyone to walk into him.
Yeah, I mean, they do have 4
The
items
unit are
on.
just walking up together. They see Sebastian Flores off on the side, and they will just call their number and go for it. Vicarious, careful on the river. The shields and the Maw come out, and he lives. Allura has no flash. Zonius is popped, and he will go down. A flash from Vicarious comes out, but it just gets hit by the unstoppable onslaught. Can he live through the Scion? He's healing, he's shielding, but it's not enough. And the backline assassin Scion takes down Vicarious. The Jinx is fully reset, and that's a quadra kill for Hyrax. This assassin Scion is what determined the game. It was so close for so long, but in the end, that Serpent's Fang paid off.
It was such a good angle from Allura, but he just didn't have enough damage to kill Vicarious, and then he just gets one shot off the back end of it. But
Oh,
L9
okay.
Soraka with the big damage.
Joyer just headbutts him out of the pulverize for fun, but that will be the series. A close 45-minute nail biter again. Both these teams, the attack sectors having rough early games both times, but showing off insane team fighting and shot calling. And they push the Hank Whittleberg side to the brink in order to force out both these wins. GG's.
What a great series, bro.
Yeah, that was super close for how both early games panned out. This series was super close.
Just Tax Collectors was just doing such a good job of trying to stall the game out as long as possible and like lessen that gold gap, and they did both times, but both games were so close.
Yeah, honestly, Vicarious put on a show so hard. Was trying to one-man both these games. Was trying to bring his team back and pump out damage. If I can see these damage charts, look how much. I'll bring
Oh
it
my
back.
god!
Look at these damage charts. It's just Vicarious pumping out damage. But yeah, the Xin Zhao is it's a bit hard to pilot, you know, especially like in this current patch, and especially with nobody to help you play. But yeah.
No, I agree. Like he was doing a good job. You can play around the Xin Zhao ulti to try to buy yourself some time, but unfortunately, he just didn't have the damage when he was going in.
Yeah, well, change it back, but an exciting match for the first game of week 2. Both these teams look really strong, but in the end, the side of Hank Whittleberg will go 2-0 up, and all eyes are on them now. Both Allura and Sebastian Force, insane solo laners. I'm a little scared. So yeah. How you feeling?
Yeah, crazy. I'm definitely nervous if I ever have to fight against these teams. Actually, I did fight against Tax Collectors. Definitely a really strong team. So yeah, great series. And yeah, definitely gonna have to watch out for this Hank Whittleberg team moving forward. Team looks really strong.
If you had to pick a MVP of the series, who would you pick?
MVP Loki, I would give it to Sebastian Force. I think he, like both games, just ran away with his lane lead and was just putting so much pressure on the map. And yeah, you saw in that second game with the AD Sion build, he was just putting so much damage down.
Yeah, all right. We'll see
Yeah.
if they're even. Oh wait, I don't think they're. Oh, wait. I don't think they're there. Oh, I was gonna ask her if I should interview them, but yeah, I don't think they're there. Oh well, it's fine. But yeah, I agree. I think it had to go to either Allura or Sebastian Force, but in the end, the team fighting really showed out for Sebastian Force. I mean, you know, Allura had like all 5 eyes on him, so he had to draw hella aggro, and that just let the assassin Sion and the Zahen really run the fights. But yeah, I would definitely give it to him too. Just a very strong laner, blinded. Or actually, did he blind? Yeah, he blinded both games and was still winning with the counter pick.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, he blinded both games. Crazy.
Let me see if I can get them for interview, but if not,
I think he rejoined call actually.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, it looks like we'll be getting Sebastian Force for post game interview. Oh, okay, there we go. Hello. Congrats on the win. Congrats. How you feeling?
Man, that was probably our toughest 2 matches yet. But that Vicarious guy is too good.
Yeah, he's definitely Definitely putting on a show that series.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are very very solid, and you guys like know exactly how you want to play. So how is how's like the vibes? Like how's practice been? Have you guys like played a lot, or you just
Well, we
what's
usually
up?
play like one scrim a week. So basically like one scrim before a match. So yeah, that's basically it. And like we basically know our role in the game every time. So we kind of don't talk much. Like we calm little. Like just like not much comms. So yeah, just knowing what everyone's role is in the game made the game a lot easier because we didn't have to like micromanage or like worry about like tracking sums and stuff. Like everybody tracks sums of their individual laners, so we're able to find like good angles and stuff in case their sums are down. Like that last fight for the Aphelios, like I was purposely on the silent because I saw that the supers were like crowding up in the top lane, so I was waiting for that Victor to show. And like once he showed, like Syndra pulled, and then I pulled on Aphelios. So that's how we were able to. That's like one of the reasons we were able to get such a good angle because we know what the objective is and what to play for.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are super super coordinated, and we I mean us on the cast we awarded you MVP of the series. So you have anything to say
Yeah,
about that?
I mean, yeah, I played well, but to be honest, I'm gonna have to give it to the big MVPs. Was probably well, man. I don't know, man. They all played well,
Yeah, I
but
mean, I think everyone on your team played
yeah.
well.
And my whole team are MVPs, man. Not just me.
That is true. That is true. Last question: is there any teams or any players that you're looking out for that you want to play or you want to avoid?
I'm looking forward to a Hoptex team. I've seen some really good clips from his team, and yeah, looking forward to playing that one.
You got
And
any
Henry's
questions,
team,
Shakti?
and Zero Domain's team too, because we scrimmed them.
Oh yeah, I think I'm fighting Zero Domain's team tomorrow. Actually,
Good luck.
thank you, thank you.
All right, all right. Well, thank you so much for the interview, Mr. Seabass.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Thank you guys.
All right. Well, that should be it for day one of week two. Hope you guys enjoyed the games. That was a banger match. Although it was only two games, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a fire series.
Yeah,
Those
it was
games were
hella good.
super close.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching for today. Be sure to stick around for the match tomorrow. I don't know who's doing cast for this tomorrow's match or like this week. I don't think we have games scheduled yet, but yeah, thanks guys for watching, and we will see you all next time. Peace.
Yep. See you guys.